Assalamu alaikum. Do you know what strikes me the most in Surah Adh-Dhariyat, Surah 51, is that moment just before the avalanche of reminders happens, that moment when Allah says, have the reach of those before you, they haven't reached you, have the news of those before them haven't reached them, and that in itself gives me a comfort that I'm not alone. I'm not alone no matter what. So if I also find myself like Prophet Ibrahim, a minority, and his wife Sarah, attested a couple because they couldn't have children, then I'm not minority, because there were others before me who suffered exactly with the same issue. If I find myself like Prophet Lut and his daughters, a moral minority in the corrupt society, I am not alone. They can call me Islamophobe, but I'm not alone. I am just experiencing what others have been experiencing before. If I find myself oppressed as a minority, based on my race, ethnicity, class, discrimination, it doesn't really matter, because there were those before me who were suffering the systemic oppression themselves. If I find myself in the class tribal superiority, surrounded by this phenomena, by this mindset, if I find myself surrounded by people who are materialistically arrogant, that's okay, because that is exactly the same thing who Ad was representing, people of Ad and people of Thamud. They were discriminating economically and socially. The structural inequality is not a new thing in the eyes of the history. And if I find myself suffering, again, marginalization, classism, prejudice, just like Nuh and his family, the Prophet Nuh and his family did, because of the message of Tawheed, because of the representation of Tawheed, the representation of the truth, which I believe in, that is okay. I should never lose hope. I should never think that there isn't such a thing as an ideal in this dunya, because in fact struggles of marginalization, of minority communities, societal rejection of moral voices, and social critique of people of faith, always been there. That's how humans are created. So that should never weaken me, and that should never create in me a feeling of loneliness. In fact, I'm part of many, in a sense, of those experiences in the history of life, as we know it. How about you? How is Surah Adh-Dhariyat changing the game for you? Assalamu alaikum.